What's up, everybody? RGT85 coming at you with the Nintendo Direct leak video.
ZakPak, he's always there for you. ZakPak, only on YouTube. ZakPak, what will he do next? ZakPak, let's find out, 'cause it's on with the show.
I'm just kidding. Hey guys, Zach here. I'm coming at you with another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about a leak. A leak that I came across while watching other people's YouTube videos on Nintendo. Now, also keep in mind, I do think that this leak is not real. So keep that in mind while I'm saying everything. I personally don't think it's real. I think it's fake. So, without any further ado, let's get into the actual leak. And I'm presuming a lot of you guys are like, but why are you making a Nintendo Direct Leaks video? Because I like speculating on Nintendo stuff. If you haven't realized that, I've always liked doing it. So I figured out, like, it's a thing now. YouTubers do it, so I figured I might as well just jump on the bandwagon train and join the party. So I'm actually going to use a comment. Now, this is based off of Blocked Content's video. And I'm actually going to be reading a comment, because there's a comment that sums everything up, from the Next NX. So yeah, so let's get reading his comment. I did actually watch the video. I did actually see the leaks, so I know what there is. And like I said, I don't think it's real, but let's get into it. The first thing he mentioned is that there is a new Nintendo Direct coming in January, and it started work started for it a few days ago. And I agree with that. I mean, like, I think that's kind of a easy, like, that's something that anyone could have guessed. So there's no validity in that one. Validity, is that a word? Or is validity, right? Something like that. Alright, Super Mario Slugger's Fever Pitch. First of all, if this is right, I predicted it. I predicted a Super Mario baseball game, so if I'm right, then top notch. But the part that is off is, it says, developed by Camelot. Camelot never developed the Super Mario Sluggers games, and if it's real, then I don't think it's gonna be Camelot. Simply because of the fact that, like I said, Camelot never did the baseball games, and I think it would suffer if Camelot did them. Because Mario Baseball had a charm to it that I think only the developer of Mario Baseball could really nail. So, if this is real, I think that Camelot wouldn't be developing it, but I do think that Super Mario Sluggers is inevitable. I think that it will be coming, but I don't think it's coming by Camelot. It says also there'll be online multiplayer, which makes sense. And that there would be new characters, Pauline, Egad, Rosalina, and the Koopalings. All of them, I think, are possible character additions, since Mario Baseball is, like, very wide in terms of the Mario characters they have. Like, they literally have everything. They have Piantas, they have Toadsworth, they have, like, every character you can imagine. So adding Pauline, Professor Egad, Rosalina, and the Koopalings, it makes sense. Next up is Luigi's Mansion 3. Now here, like, when I was watching this video, this is where I was like, okay, this isn't real. This leak cannot be real. Luigi's Mansion 3, I'm gonna read you this whole comment, and read it and weep, or listen to it and weep, because this is ridiculous. It will show a story mode trailer, and there will be 2-player co-op. This person cannot type in English. It'll show a story mode trailer and a 2-player co-op mode from Luigi's Mansion Remake returns. So like a 2-player co-op where you can, explore the whole mansion. And there'll be a Scare-Scraper mode. Everyone has been kidnapped, including Professor Egad, and Luigi is going to save everyone with an unused prototype of the Poltergust. You will save Mario, Toad, and Peach, and you'll be able to play as them. And everyone will have different abilities that could be used to get to different parts of the mansion. Luigi has a high jump, Toad has a running charge, Peach can use her parasol, or umbrella, to cross gaps through platforms and has a shield, and Mario has a more powerful vacuum, set for an April 2019 release. So I think most of this is not true. Most of this is gotta be BS. There's 2 things that I think aren't, like, completely out of the question, but everything else basically is. Firstly, that isn't out of the question, that could happen, is Egad also being kidnapped. And I think, actually, I would like that. If Egad wasn't, there to help Luigi all the time. and if he wasn't there to call Luigi every 20 seconds. But it would be cool if he wasn't there. It would add more of an element of you don't know what you're getting into. Because in both games, actually, EGAD would tell you what you're getting yourself into. But if EGAD wasn't there to do that this game, it could lead to a really, really cool aspect where you don't know what you're walking into. The other one that I don't think is entirely unlikely is the April 2019 release date. I do think it is unlikely, but I don't think it's completely impossible. I said it's going to come out in September. But like I said, it's never, it doesn't always come around Halloween time. Luigi's Mansion, the original, came out in November. Luigi's Mansion 2 came out in March. So April is possible, but I don't think it's ready yet for an April release date, especially because we haven't seen much of the game. For it to come out in 3 months from now, I don't think it's likely. But everything else is just no. Everything else is no. And if it's true, then I'm going to hate this. Luigi having a high jump. First of all, Luigi shouldn't be able to jump. It's Luigi's Mansion. He shouldn't be able to jump. He has that hover ability on his poltergust. So it's like, why would he need to jump? Toad has a running charge. Why would you need to charge against ghosts? In Luigi's Mansion, in both Luigi's Mansion games, if you touch the ghost, you get hurt. So how could charging into the ghost be any kind of beneficial? And, Peach, she can glide across gaps? Why would that be a feature? Why would you be able to glide? Like, why would a mansion have a hole big enough that you'd have to glide over with an umbrella? Like, that just sounds stupid. And, Mario has a more powerful vacuum? I thought we were using the same poltergust here. Why would there be different poltergusts for each character? No, that's just no. I think the first part of the comment, and the release date and the EGAD thing are really the only thing that could make sense, where it says 2-player co-op and a Scarescraper mode. I think those are possible, but I think those are, safe guesses, personally. But everything else is just no. Alright, next up is Yoshi's Crafted World. Now here it says it'll have some Labo features, where you can make extra, things for Yoshi. And it makes him fully playable with motion controls. I think it's Yoshi. I feel even though it's coming out in presumably 2 months or so, I still don't think we know a lot about the game and what it has to offer. All we know is that it's a traditional Yoshi game, with a crafty art style. We don't know if there's any special features or any special gimmick about this game. So really, I can't say anything about this. And it also lacks a release date. So, I don't know. That smells funny. So, next up here, the Wonderful 101 and the Wonderful 101, the Greater Galactic Coalition. Personally, I've never played the Wonderful 101, and I heard it is quite popular, so that would be the Wii U port. But apparently there's also a sequel in development. I don't know if it was that popular. I don't know if it was that popular to get so that it warrants a sequel. It's possible, but for me, it seems weird and out of place for that kind of game to get an HD remake. Yeah, we'll see if it happens. I don't think so, but I guess anything's possible. Alright, so next up is Mario and Rabbids 2, A Teensy Bit of Trouble. Let me read you this description too. A sequel of Mario and Rabbids 2 is in development, and the dark teensies from Rayman Legends are in this game somehow. They will show a trailer of how big this game is, and there will be 8 worlds inspired by famous Mario places, like Yoshi's Island and DK Forest. We'll also tease, with shadows at the end, that Rayman and Glowblocks is playable. Now, to be honest, I know nothing about Rayman and Rabbids. I never played Mario and Rabbids. I heard it was received well, so a sequel is possible, but for another IP to come into this, Rayman, it seems a bit weird. I'm not sure. It doesn't sound likely, but maybe it's possible, but I don't think so. So next up is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This bit of information says it won't show anything except for gameplay of Piranha Plant and Joker. Piranha Plant will get a February 3rd release date. I think this is a safe guess. Personally, I agree. I think that's all we would see. Maybe a teaser of a new character, no gameplay. It would be like a Joker reveal, if anything, but I do expect Piranha Plant to at least get more gameplay and a release date, and I think we would see a little more of Joker. And February 3rd, I think, is a pretty solid guess. I think it is February. I think Piranha Plant was confirmed for February, just no release date, exactly. So I think February 3rd is possible. Alright, so here we get into some interesting ones. The next 5 are definitely interesting shots in the dark. Next up is The Legend of Zelda Link's Reawakening. Basically, it's Link's Awakening, but with a Link Between World vibe. Released fall 2019 for the Nintendo Switch. Of all games for them to remake for the Switch, I don't know if Link's Awakening is that game. I'm not saying that Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask are the next ones, but I think Link's Awakening is very niche. It's very, they could, but I personally don't see it, personally. I do think a Zelda remake is possible, because they always remake the Zelda games, but I don't think it will be Link's Awakening. Next up, Sonic the Hedgehog Revisited, an HD collection of the Wii games, Sonic and the Secret Rings, Black Knight, and Sonic Colors. It will be for May 2019. No. No. None of those games, I think maybe with the exception of Colors, has gotten any real praise. They're not great games, if they were great, they would have gotten more praise and more sequels, and no. And May 2019, isn't that when Sonic Racing is coming out? Am I mistaken on that? Why would they come out in the same month? No. And not to mention, that would be like 4 Sonic games on the Switch already. Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces, then we have Sonic Team Racing, so then another Sonic game in like 2 years? Yikes. No, I hope not. Next up, Animal Crossing Back to Basics. The title is revealed. They will cut out all the things of New Leaf and go back to the GameCube one. He also thinks that Animal Crossing will have online multiplayer, or already has it, and will talk about new features. No. The thing that basically negates all of this for me is cutting out everything from New Leaf. New Leaf was so freaking popular. I knew multiple people who always played it, and talking about taking stuff out of it, that's not likely. That's literally, maybe they'll take out some aspects and replace it with new stuff, but I don't think they're going to change the core of what New Leaf was. I think they're going to take what New Leaf is and expand on it to make this newer, bigger experience for Animal Crossing. Next up is Nintendo Land: The Grand Reopening. Apparently it's going to be a remake of Nintendo Land, and it says there's going to be a tease, but nothing more. I don't know if Nintendo Land, I love Nintendo Land, it's a pretty cool game, but I don't know if it has the hype as most games for a tease to really be, of substance and, to actually have an effect. And also, if you think about Nintendo Land, there's so many of the games that require the second screen. Luigi's Ghost Mansion, Mario Chase, Yoshi's whatever it was, the Donkey Kong one. So there's I think the F-Zero one too, so there's a lot of things that require that second screen that I don't know how they can make it work with Nintendo Land and how they can make it work with the Switch. I don't see it happening. It's so unlikely. That's why I don't think Mario Maker is going to come around just yet. Simply because it's so reliant on the touchscreen that I think they gotta do something to make it work with the Switch. The last thing that this person predicted was a Rayman trilogy, or should I say leaked. Because apparently this person worked for Nintendo, or works, like current tense, for Nintendo. And he says, Rayman Trilogy, a trilogy of the 3 original games in HD. Nintendo Switch exclusive and amiibo features will make the Rayman wear Nintendo-themed costumes. I think it's too soon. Because I don't know if it would be Activision who would be doing it, because I really don't know who's behind Rayman. But for an HD remake of the original 3, I think it's a little too soon, because Spyro the Reignited trilogy just came out. So I think they need to wait a little bit. Granted, this is 2019, so it could be further down the road. But I just don't know if we're ready for another set of remakes. We got Crash, we got Spyro, we got Crash Team Racing, or Crash Tag Team Racing on the way, whatever. So for another set of PS1 HD remakes to come out literally, you know, like right after Crash Team Racing got announced, it seems a little odd. It seems a little bit unlikely. I personally don't buy it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about the Nintendo leak down in the comments down below. Personally, the only ones that I think have substance are the fact that there is a Nintendo Direct, the Mario Baseball one, and the Super Smash Bros. One. Those are the only ones that I think have any kind of substance behind it. Other than that, I don't believe anything else that this leaker has said, really. I don't. I really don't. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, guys, see you in the next video.